and hello. Look, both hands. One moment. Right. I recently had a conversation online with my good friend DeadDoll00. Hi, Erica. And we were talking about dreams, lucid dreams, and dreams in general. And it made me start to think about the subject because I have had some doozies. And I'm one of those persons who can remember a dream that they had 30 freaking years ago in detail. I can remember them as vividly as if they happened, as real life memories, which is bizarre. But I'm going to discuss a couple of them with you today so that, if any of you can interpret them, please feel free to comment. When I was 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old, I remember a dream in which I came out into our living room, the place we were living at the time, with my stuffed dog Sammy, and I sat down on the couch. And from where the couch was, it had a view of the dining room area across, so one large room, living room section here, dining room section over there, and then the kitchen opposite. And my mom came out, and there was a bunch of flour on the table, and she sprinkled flour on her face, and then she went down the slide in the wall that wasn't there in real life, And I'm going, what? So I walked over there carrying my dog Sammy, and I sprinkled flour on my face and on Sammy's, and we went down the slide and turned into cartoons. Now, why do I still remember that dream after all these years? Bizarre. And then, but here's the one I wanted to share with you specifically. Now, this dream would really make sense to you if you read the story The Terror of Blue John Gap by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Look it up, read it, you'll love it. It always captured my imagination. And about, I don't know exactly when, 25 to 30 years ago, maybe. Let's put it that way. It had to have been in the 80s. Or early 90s. Very early 90s. Here's the dream I had. And this was in the house I grew up in Mandan. And the front door bangs open, and all these prehistoric mammals start lumbering in. Ice Age, Pliocene, Eocene type animals. And as they come lumbering in and up the stairs, they're chanting. They're chanting their names. O Megatherium, O Eohippus, just like that. And I was just overwhelmed, and I shouted out to them. I was coming up from downstairs, and I'm just watching from the landing as these mammoth animals come in. And I said, "Where have you been hiding all this time?" And they chanted in response, "In the caves, in the caves." Okay, now, like I said, this dream will make more sense to you once you have read The Terror of Blue John Gap by Arthur Conan Doyle. Last night, I had some really bizarre dreams, and they flow. There'll be one dream scenario, and then another, and then a third. And see if I can recall them. Dream one, I dreamt that my cat, hang on. I dreamt that my cat, Dizzy Rascal here, came in from outside, and she was all scratched up and limping, and I felt really bad, and I thought, we gotta take her to the vet. And I must not have liked that dream scenario because it shifted instantly. And then I found myself in a high school gym locker, and I was like high school age again. Okay, yeah, nightmare, right? But there was this one little skinny kid who, and none of these people I recognized from real life, but I knew them in the dream. Dreams they're alternate realities. They really are, because I can have memories and know people, meet specific people. go to specific places that exist only in the dream. Only in these dreams, but I've been to them before. Often. There's a city similar to Bismarck that I go to in my dreams, a certain street, and the buildings look familiar. I've been in them. And sometimes they change, you know, there's a different store in them, but I've been there nevertheless. And here was, getting back to the dream I had last night, right after the cat part of the dream, I'm with my niece, and we're shopping in that dream section of Bismarck, and we go by this one building that last time we were there, it was a bookstore, but now it was something else. And we went to the building in which the bookstore was, and so my niece and I are rummaging around, we're rummaging around in there, and there's this little wounded bird hopping around on the floor. And I said, "It's diseased! Kill it, quick!" You know, bird flu, that type of thing. And then it shifted again, and then I was in the high school gym locker. Now, like I said, there was this little skinny kid, and me and my other friends in the dream, you know, we kind of felt protective of him. We wanted to keep an eye on him because we knew there were bullies, right? And then, sure enough, this blonde jock-type jerk comes in, and he seems friendly at first, but then a few minutes later, I catch him in the bathroom stall, and he's shoving wads of wet toilet paper down the little skinny kid's shorts. I grabbed that bastard, hauled him out into the main part of the locker, and I'm bitch slapping him back and forth until he starts crying. I don't know. I really don't know. Other dreams. Most of my dreams revolve around books. I'm either entering this one huge library, and I've been there before in other dreams. I recognize the architecture, the layout of the shelves, even some of the books on the shelves. And then a couple nights ago, I was in a different library altogether. But you know, there's this one canard out there about how you can't read in your dreams because it's your right brain that's active, and the right brain doesn't control language or listen. That's bullshit, because I can read the titles on the books on the shelves. In this one dream I had a week ago, I'm in this library, and this gal comes in, and she asks me, "Do you have Night Shift by Stephen King?" I said, "Yes, follow me." I took her right to the, you know, recognized the book, you know, read it, took it off the shelf. But, it's curious. It really is. So, I'm going to leave it to you. Tell me your opinions. What do you think? Are dreams just made up, or are they different alternate realities that we go to? Was H.P. Lovecraft right about that whole Dreamlands thing? Who can say? Each one of us has a universe in our own individual head. The possibilities are endless. I'll leave you with that.